Oh, it's because your fans are the most annoying fans on the planet.
No, because we'll be entitled to everything that will come from that, and you guys will all be deserving. Sit down and take it. Hold that. That's not even a phrase I like to hear. Yeah.
Oh,
See what I'm
Uh,
saying?
I'm not even
See what I'm
I'm not
saying?
even one of them guys. I'm not even one of them guys. But oh my
you're not
day,
one of them
I
guys.
said this. I said this a few poddies ago, a few shows ago. If we ever, no one expects it because it's just unthinkable. It just takes one FA Cup loss. But if we ever, do you know what I love? Do you know what I just love now? Because everyone's trying to get onto us, it's brought the fan base together. Everyone's now on the same song sheet, everyone's behind the club because we're like, no, we don't care what anyone says, man. These people are just trying to force narratives on us, like set piece FFC. We ain't even scored a set piece in how long? Like, so you guys even just type me out right now, man. Let's go, man. Let's keep moving before I just throw this laptop across the room again.
This is why Man City need to do their job on Sunday.
They
Itching.
literally just said he's like got the second highest
K
goal
A
involvements
K
of the
A
season,
K
goals and
A
Big
assists.
stats.
K A. Listen,
This guy's been carrying you
I'm not
guys.
go- listen.
Like you guys,
I'm not going to deny the fact that Bruno has had a very good season this season. But context is key here, and this is what I keep telling people. When you take all the penalties, when you take all the free kicks,
When
when
you
you
take all the
take
corners.
all the corners, I expect you to get numbers. If you don't get numbers at the big teams, if you don't get numbers taking all of those things, then you shouldn't be playing. It's as simple. You shouldn't be playing. And I said he's had a very good season, but I'm not getting sucked into this vacuum because I've had to sit here and watch Bruno. I know what his deficiencies are.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Nights of the Roundtable discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guys ST and Mr. KA in the building. How are we doing, people?
All good, man.
back in the building. Let's go.
K's been on a hiatus. To be fair to him, we've all been on a little hiatus. But K hasn't been here. Yeah, K hasn't been here since before the North London Derby.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a bit MIA. Certain people thought you went into hiding. Don't know why, because obviously you lot have been on a run, but the streets are saying you're a bit nervous.
Ah man, just technical issues, man. Life be glitching.
Nah,
So
life
there'll
be
be
life.
life and it be glitching, man. Technical issues.
No, I hear it.
Um,
I hear it 100%. But people, listen, we are back. Listen, Footie Chat is back. We've got so much to get into. There's a lot to be discussed. We're going to try and cram in as much as we can. So I'm not going to waste any time. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say all the time, share, share, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. First things first, I want to say thank you to everybody that watched the video that I put up. My first solo gig, doing talking about obviously the recent events of Afcon. I'm gonna get Mr. K and ST's thoughts about that a little bit later on, but I do appreciate everybody that watched it, liked it, and bro, we got some international, bro. I got someone speaking to me in French. Like in the comments, I was like, "What?" I don't know how to respond to this, but
I
I
saw
thought,
that.
I
Did you
thought you
translate
were,
it?
well, I had to
I thought,
translate it, bro.
Well, what did it say? I saw those comments.
Basically, they were talking when I was talking about Article 84, blah
yeah.
blah, and all that. That's basically what they were saying. But I thought I was gonna have to get Don Mafia J to have to do a little translation for me. But now I appreciate the comments, people. But listen, we're gonna get into it. Might as well seeing as we're here. Obviously, ST Bournemouth 2, United 2. Thoughts on the game?
A bit of frustration, if I'm being honest. I do think it's weird because I do think overall we deserve to win. There's still some holes in our defense that I don't really like. There's holes in the midfield that I don't really like. For example, we still don't, and we've been saying this for a long time, until we address the fact that we need a ball playing midfielder in the middle, we will not win matches comfortably. The first half, I thought Man United were better. I thought we were comfortable. I thought we played we were solid without being spectacular. Um, and I think we would have deserved to go in ahead, but you know what, for some reason we didn't. And then we got the penalty, and then we started playing well. You know, I thought we were good until that point, but then time and time again, our midfield, I always think is an issue. We continue to lose the ball when Casemiro lost the ball. Harry Maguire, we knew as soon as I don't know, was it Ryan or was it Krupi?
No, it's Evan Nelson.
It was sorry, Evan Nelson got the wrong side of him. I knew it was that, and it was a penalty and it was a red card. I can't complain with what the referee gave. It is what it is. Krupi, very good player, by the way. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Scored the penalty. And then those backs to the walls. But the issue is with Man United is still a bit of it's Ollie with a bit slight. You have tactics. I will say we have tactics, but it's still got that little bit of Ollie essence in the sense where we're not controlling games. Even though I do think that Man United overall, you could say, were the better side for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Not by much, but we were. But it's not surprising that we got a 2-2 draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with Carrick as well, there's still a lot clearly that he has to learn. I don't think the red cards is his faults, but little things, for example, we were saying this off camera, TJ. We do think that Sesko or Xerxes, one of the two, should be starting higher up the pitch. And Bournemouth, unfortunately, is in a very bad vein of form, and playing up front is not his forte. You have to play him up against teams that will attack us so that they'll have space in behind for him to run. But we don't have space in behind to him to run, and he's really struggling. I think he's really struggling in that sense. And with Sesko, we have a different outlet. And I do think in this game, even though we don't think Sesko's all that, but Sesko would cause them problems. Because now, what I've noticed about Sesko is that he's getting a bit more physical. I've noticed, which is good, which I like to see. And he can run in behind as well. And he holds up the ball. And he's technically pretty sound.
Yeah, technically.
I'll give Sesko that, but still frustrating. Still question marks over the manager. I think he's done a decent job so far, but it's not like wow spectacular. Obviously, he's better than the person that shall not be named.
That criminal, bruv.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's still it's work in progress. We're still unbeaten, but it's still a work in progress. I just want fans to understand that this is a process still. We're not the finished article yet. Hold on the horses about us going to second place, third place. Let's concentrate on getting into the Champions League by hook or by crook, and then we go from there. But that's what I've got to say, man.
You're right. And I think that's the thing. Focus on getting in the Champions League. Like, let's forget about we're not catching City and Arsenal already won the league. So let's stop all that rhetoric right there. But you're 100% right. As I said, I looked at the first half of that game. We were comfortable. Goalkeeper made 2 good saves, especially the one off Bruno. Bruno should have scored. And then in the second half, we didn't start well. We didn't have a shot until the penalty, a little bit of magic from Cunha. I believe that Ahmad should have had a penalty. It wasn't given, so I don't blame VAR for not getting involved and sticking with the referee. Obviously, they then go up the other end and scored. Obviously, then we got the own goal from the corner, and then Harry Maguire, as you said, gets sent off. But the midfield is a massive problem. The midfield is a massive problem because it keeps getting bypassed. We keep trying to press teams, And it's so easy to play out against us. It's unreal how easy it is to play out against us. And we don't have the midfield that we need. We haven't got a ball playing midfielder. We haven't got midfielders in there that can keep the ball. Casemiro, it's not his game. Kobe Mainu is a neat and tidy footballer, but he needs someone that's going to be ball dominant. And we know Bruno treats the football like a hand grenade, so he's not going to keep the ball either. But it's 2 points dropped as far as I'm concerned, because apart from obviously Bournemouth scoring the penalty and their goal, and then Scott hit the crossbar, they didn't really do anything. They weren't really effective. You can see why they don't score goals, but unfortunately, again, it's another ground where we never win and we still don't win. And now we've opened the door for Liverpool. We've opened the door for Chelsea. We've opened the door for Brentford. We've opened the door for Villa to now close the gap. And yes, we're done with Villa now. We still got to play Chelsea away. We still got to play Liverpool at home. We still got to play Brentford at home. So this ain't a done deal. These people talking about, oh yeah, United are in the Champions League. It's not a done deal. The 5th place isn't guaranteed. 5th place is not guaranteed to us yet for an extra Champions League spot. So as far as I'm concerned, as of right now, it's still top 4. So there's still a lot of work to be done. And Carrick just needs to make simple tweaks. A game like today against Bournemouth with the lack of size that they had, Sesko should have started this game. And Buemo's in a terrible run of form, and it's the reason why he's been substituted twice, because he's just not in any form. And I've never seen Buemo not be able to control a football until he's come to Manchester United, and that is concerning to me. Ahmad, again, his touches, it's like no one could control the football today apart from Cunha.
I don't think Ahmad was.
I'm not saying he was bad, but there was a chance where Ahmad was in on goal and he missed control. It's like Cass can't control it. The only person
he used up all his powers in the Afcon, Ahmad, man. Like since he's come back, he's not been saved
it
from
is
Afcon.
as well. Yeah, I'm saying this from someone who attacks quite a lot, who plays higher up the pitch in football. Yeah, if you're constantly having to defend, and I'm gonna be very honest. I know it's been a while since the guy who shall not be named was playing him right back. But when you continuously play in defensive positions, yeah, you're more prone to defend, if you understand what I'm saying. You're not sharp when you're attacking. And I think that's what he's struggling with, if I'm being very honest. That's my personal opinion from what I've seen.
Which is fair, and I don't dispute that, but there's just a lot going wrong right now in terms of the forward line. Of the only player that I can rely on right now to give me something is Cunha. He's the only one that I can rely on to give me something. I know Mr. KA is itching to mention Bruno Fernandes.
Literally, bro.
Itching.
Come on. They literally just said he's got the second highest goal involvement of the season. Goals and assists.
Listen.
This guy's been carrying
I'm not going to deny the fact that Bruno has had a very good season this season. But context is key here, and this is what I keep telling people. When you take all the penalties, when you take all the free kicks, when you take all the corners, I expect you to get numbers. If you don't get numbers at the big teams, if you don't get numbers taking all of those things, then you shouldn't be playing. It's as simple, you shouldn't be playing. And I said, he's had a very good season, but I'm not getting sucked into this vacuum because I've had to sit here and watch Bruno. I know what his deficiencies are. I've seen Bruno stink out football matches time and time again.
This season, he's carrying you guys.
Hold on, whoa, time out. Because against Newcastle, he was dog shit away. Newcastle away, he went, hold on, whoa. See, this is where you fucked up. This is where you fucked up. Man City away, he was dog shit. Arsenal at home, the first game of the season, he was dog shit, right? What's it name? I think, I'm just trying to remember. This is me just going off the point of West Ham. West Ham is it West Ham? West Ham in the draw, he was dog shit. Everton at home, he was dog shit. I can name, hey, I got receipts. This is my point. People look at his numbers and his numbers are brilliant. I do not dispute that. But I expect that when you take everything. I expect that when you take everything. So the goals and he's had a brilliant return. He deserves to be in the team of the season this season. I'm not going to dispute that, but I'm not going to sit here and say that put this guy in conversations that he doesn't deserve to be in. I'm not. This season, very, very good. Why? Because when you rein him in, he
He's a good
can
footballer.
be an asset.
Mhm.
When you rein him in, you see what he was doing under 10 fraud. That Bruno is who Bruno wants to be. But
Because
when
that's who
you
you
rein
want to
him,
remember.
no. That Bruno is who Bruno wants to be. But when you rein him in, and as much as that criminal is a criminal, him putting Bruno in that midfield and reining him in was probably the best thing that happened to us because now he's been put back in the 10. He now understands all the crap that he was doing beforehand doesn't benefit anybody. So I don't want to slight him. He's had a very good season, deserves to be in the Premier League team this season. He won't be the player of the year because
No, he won't.
I think there's two players from Arsenal that deserve it more than him. But overall, we're not going to be putting him in conversations that he doesn't deserve to be in. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, ST, as far as I'm concerned, 2 points dropped. We've opened the door, and now we've got more work to do. And now we don't play for 3.5
24 days.
weeks.
Yeah.
We now don't play for 3.5 weeks. So we've got it all to do. But yeah, disappointing. Very, very disappointing when we could have opened up a little bit of gap, put pressure on the teams below us, and even put a little bit of pressure. I'm not expecting it, but just put a little bit of pressure on City above us. Now they're comfortable. But listen, we move on from that because we've got the big game of the weekend coming up, and it's not in the Premier League, people. It is the Carabao Cup final. It is Manchester City versus Arsenal. Oh, as I said, Mr. K hasn't been here since before the North London derby, and obviously Arsenal have been absolutely flying. Um, Mr. KA, first things first, before we get into the cup final, obviously just a little bit of a reaction from obviously the win against Everton and the win in the Champions League. The win against Everton, obviously, and obviously City dropping points of West Ham has all but made you lot champions. And then through in the next round in the easiest side of the draw in the Champions League. So just a reaction in those two games.
No, yeah, it's been a minute since I've been away, had a chance to talk, but so much has happened, and but I just love Arsenal's reaction from the Wolves game where we threw away points, we dropped points in silly situations. We went for that spell of Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, just dropping points. Brentford not taking advantage of our teams and not doing what we were supposed to do. And after that Wolves game, it was well documented. The players had their player-to-player meetings where apparently there was no blows, but like people were getting home truths were being said. So I'm glad that sorted them out and we've reacted because we've had a few games where we've we've scored our open play goals and just been putting teams away. Whether the game's been pretty or not, but like we found a way to win. Um, and yeah, we saw it against Everton. That's when you see games like that. That's when you start to hear those phrases of like signs of champions, where
100%.
where you put away a team, you get the score lines like 2-0, where it's not a two. If you watch the game, it's not a 2-0 game, but it's a victory that you should have recorded.
Mm.
So yeah, we got the win done. Champions League did the job there. Again, that was another game. Leverkusen, they're a good team. They come to play with all their changes that's happened to their team over the last couple of seasons. Their team getting blown up. They've rebuilt well, and they're in the beginning stages of their process. But we needed a magic moment, and the guy in my back behind me, he stepped up, and he's been playing well. He's got a run of games. He kind of seems to be settled in. and long may it continue, man. So, but the team's doing well. I'm happy. We're happy with what's going on, and we're slowly getting there because after that Brighton win and where City dropped points, I think it was it to West Ham that game, and then they dropped points to Nottingham Forest. I think that after the Nottingham Forest dropping point,
Mm.
that's when you started to think, rah, it actually like you think that a lot of Arsenal fans are saying, "Oh, we're not gonna win, and we take it one game at a time," but like we haven't felt like we're gonna win the title until the last couple of games, where it's actually like, okay, it actually might be happening, and even then, we're still not saying we're gonna win the title, like, but we're getting there. You've got one finger on the trophy, and but I just hope that this international break goes well for us, because we've had a few injuries after these international breaks. So we're praying that it goes well for us and we can kick on, man. It's a weird time. It's a weird time of the season because less than 10 games left, but then there's still like months left of the season to go.
Mm.
But this is where we want to be, as not about to say Arsene Wenger, Mikel Arteta would has been saying. It's where we want to be. So let's relish the moment and let's get us fighting on all fronts, man, and see where we end up, man.
No, 100%. And look, as I said, 9 points clear of in the league. So it's not one finger; it's both hands on the trophy right now. Um, Obviously, unbeaten. I think unbeaten in your last 14. I think yeah, you've won 11 and drawn three. Obviously, you mentioned drawing with Wolves, drawing with Brentford, and then obviously drawing with Leverkusen in the first leg, but you got the job done in the second leg. So you're on a fantastic run right now, and you just keep winning. And it's by any means. I mean, as you said, sign of champions. Everton played well in that game. Everton could have got something out of that game, and then across Pickford flaps, hits. What is it? Is it hits handicap's knee, and then
Like fired to knee and then it just
yeah,
bounced into the middle.
and then Gyökeres tap in, and then obviously a fantastic goal from Max Dowman, the young 16-year-old kid. He's a baller as well. He is a
Oh,
baller.
he's really good.
Um,
Really good player.
yeah. So, and then obviously Leverkusen, their goalkeeper was on form, and it took a wonder goal
Smoke.
from Eze to get through. So when you look at it now, Mr. KA, obviously bouncing in. Premier League done. Through in the next round, the Champions League. FA Cup, you're happy with the draw. Obviously, the only thing that could have made it slightly better is a home tie, but away against the Championship club. So obviously, this is the last game before the international break. I don't know the situation with Timber, but bar Timber, and I know there's been whispers that Odegaard could be back on the bench for the game. But bar Timber, he's the only one that's highly doubtful right now. So you're basically got near enough a full strength squad. We said a few weeks ago we'll see where it is, and this game there'll be a context around this game. You said that you wanted to extend the lead in terms of points. You've done that. It's 9 points. We were coming from the other side, whereas with what if it's only two or three, and the significance of this game. You said if you had that gap, not winning this game wouldn't mean as much because of the size of the gap that you now have over Manchester City. Do you still feel that way? Or do you still believe, as we also said, that this game, for you guys especially, just to get over the line, will be very, very important?
Well, this is it because if we get over the line, it does so much, like the psychological boost and what it will kind of like bring to the team. We're already on a good run, and it will just give us that turbo boost, like for the final sort of running in all the competitions. But at the same time, if we lose it, it's such a weird how one affects it can go different ways because losing it doesn't lose you the PL title, but it does put that psychological sort of mentality sort of block or whatever in your
Mm,
head where it's like, City still won. Like no
mm,
matter how
mm,
bad they are, we still can't beat them. We still can't get over the line. And it might take one or two games in the PL to the international break might be welcome after that because then we can reset and not think about it. Because
mm,
if you went straight into Premier League, that could definitely lose one or two games, but it will still put that in your mind that oh gosh, we still can't beat them no matter how bad they are. They still know what to do. They know how to win trophies, blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff.
mm,
Um so it's weird. It's weird because it won't I don't think it will derail the season, but it'll put seeds of like, can we really do it
mm.
in their heads? And
No,
it's gonna be a weird one.
no, one hundred
But
percent. And I get where you're coming from in that. As I said, you lot have opened the gap now, so losing this won't be the worst. And obviously, out of the four trophies, is the least desirable. I think it's this one is just a case of let's just get over the line and say that
being the first one,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, being the first one, but it won't be the end of the world if you don't, because there's three bigger trophies that need to be won.
but
However, in saying that,
do you know what
seeing
though?
as you guys are on for the quadruple, that makes this game massive, and you
Yeah,
must
because
get
if we
over
win
the
the
line.
first one and we get one in the bag, it just takes pressure off all other. Even though it's like you said, the lesser trophy, it
Mm.
takes pressure off all the other ones in some ways.
Well, the pressure's
Cause
already off with all the other ones because, as I said, the Premier League's done. You're on the easy side.
because
You're on the easy side of the Champions League, so you're in. You're basically in the final anyway. And then the FA Cup. Obviously, the FA Cup. It depends on the semi-final draw, but let's be realistic. It's going to be at Wembley unless you get City in the semi-final. You're basically in the final anyway. So the pressure's off for everything else. It's just a case of like,
because it will sort of give us that like it will give us that feeling of we know we can do this. We've gotten over the
yeah,
line. Go do
yeah,
the rest. Let's go
yeah,
finish the job.
yeah.
Whereas like if we don't win it, it's still up in the air. Like, oh, can Arsenal still win the trophies? Do you know what I mean? It's like the question will still be there.
Mm,
Whereas like you've won that one in the bag, it's like, okay, can you go and do the others? And then if you don't do it, at least you got this one and then maybe the Prem.
yeah, 100%. And you're chasing history. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're in a position to chase history. So you want,
It's a history that's never been done and it's so
it,
hard to do.
yeah,
It
exactly.
just takes
But
one game. It just takes one.
you're in prime position to do it. ST from a City perspective,
What, City fan, yeah?
uh, it's not been good for them. Obviously, they were on a decent run. Actually, to be fair, I think they were unbeaten in 10 before the Real Madrid game. And then obviously the heavy defeat in Madrid that nobody expected. And obviously losing to them at home after Bernardo Silva gets sent off, and in between that drawing with West Ham. How this is very important for City to win more than Arsenal to a certain no, not to a certain extent it is, because they're out the Champions League. The Premier League title is gone. They've only got the two domestic cups now, the League Cup and the FA Cup. And you and I said it on the last poddy that we did. This could be a second season where Pep wins nothing. So he'll be desperate to win this cup over Arsenal.
You better get it right, to be honest. Like, if I'm being honest, I know there's a couple of players out. Is Gay out, isn't he?
Yeah, Gay's cup tied.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
big miss.
yeah,
Because I
it
think
is.
apart from him and Kusanov have probably been the two best defenders, and even them, they're not the best. Well, I mean, Gay is very good, but Kusanov isn't great, but he's done well this year. I just think City at this moment in time are very disjointed. I think Arsenal more of a unit, but it's a one-off game. That's the only thing I'm going to give Man City credit for, and that's the only thing that they've got going for them, that they've done it before and all these things. But a lot of these players now haven't done it before, you know. It's a new team. And
No.
I think Guardiola at the moment is struggling with the balance as well. His
Mm-hmm.
midfield is struggling with the balance with Bernardo to choose Cherki in the 10. Does he even want to play Foden? He's hardly playing Foden.
Mm-hmm.
Playing Nico Riley some days. He's playing Nico Gonzalez. It's like he doesn't know what his best team is. And I
Yeah.
think with Arsenal,
Yeah.
as much as I get onto Arsenal, like you know me, Arsenal hatred to the day I die.
Mm-hmm.
However, Arsenal are a very structured club. They have a settled team. Arteta knows what he wants from his players. Eze seems to be coming into form, and I think that's very important for the way that for the way Arsenal play. And I don't really see anything for City, if I'm being very honest. Like, I really, really struggle. Like, I've been going back and forth with people around me saying that, oh, I think City got a chance, but when it comes down to it, like, unless Guardiola, in my opinion, plays Turkey in the 10, Rodri and Bernardo Silva, or plays Nico Gonzalez, I don't think Man City will win because Nico Riley, as well as he's done so far, I think he struggles in that midfield. You can tell he's not a midfielder. I don't
Well,
know.
he is. He is actually a midfielder. He's not a left
Yeah.
back.
No, but I feel like he struggles in the midfield. Really, I don't think that's his best position personally.
The thing is, I don't know if Pep trusts um
That's it.
Cherki in midfield because then Rodri but he hasn't really got much protection with an
Yeah, that's what
inexperienced
it was.
O'Reilly and then Bernardo Silva, whose obviously legs ain't the same as it was.
You make a
And
good
it-
point.
and this guy's and anyone caught how reckless this guy's been. I'm surprised he hasn't had more red cards like this season. I mean, because he's the one been trying to like say, oh yeah, we got the fight, and like he's just been kicking everyone all over the place. But anyway, that's
Who's
just
Yeah,
that?
something I know. Bernardo Silva.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously,
yeah. It's like they've taken the creativity of his game. It's actually really sad.
yeah. And
Like,
we saw elements of that against Liverpool away, but overall in this season, the creativity has gone. But ST, it's a crucial question from a City perspective. Do you or don't you play Haaland? Because we've seen like it's crazy to think that Haaland went on this run of scoring 20 plus goals from beginning of the season to the end of the year. And since the start of the year, he's only scored 5 goals in all competitions. It's actually a crazy, crazy stat. But we saw against Newcastle how well Mamouche played as the number 9. And you said that City feel disjointed. And I think part of that is that they can't get Haaland into games. So and we know that when Haaland comes up against
and
someone like a Van Dijk, and we can
yeah,
say that Saliba and
Isn't it?
Gabriel in that.
he
Yeah,
struggles.
He
he scored
relishes
goals, but
the battle with them with
he
those kind of
does. But
players.
I just don't think that's a battle that he needs right now. So,
Yeah,
do you play Mamouche, throw a curveball to Arsenal, and basically say to Gabriel and Saliba, you're not going to have anybody to mark. You're not going to be able to have anybody that's going to be going up against you. You're going to have to do something different. Does he do that to try and do something different and get City playing more fluid football?
that's what I would do. Um, no disrespect to Haaland, we know Haaland is a great finisher, but the service to him has been non-existent, and I think Shirky will probably play better with Marmoush because Marmoush is on his wavelength in the sense that I'll say Marmoush is a Man City type of stylish player in the sense that he gets the ball. Similar, I know they're different, but similar to like, for example, Julian Alvarez, that sort of player,
Okay,
where
yeah,
they
yeah.
link up, where they link up very
Mm.
well in the forward line, and you can play for each other. While still having that goal threat because Marmoush is still a very good goal threat, and he does shoot on sight. So if I'm being honest, to stifle Arsenal, I would play Marmoush, and I would bring Haaland on.
And I
Um,
would do the same. I think you have to do something different here. And I think the cup, because it being the Carabao Cup, I think he'll have a license to do so. I just think take Haaland out of the firing line.
yeah,
Personally,
Don't you think that you should just play your best players though? Can't find them,
no,
man.
because
You ain't got nothing.
Haaland's
You,
been poor
It's very
since
poor.
He
the
Wow.
beginning
has
of the
been.
year. Like
He has
it's
been
been 3
poor,
months.
but you play your best players though. I don't know.
No,
I kind of think you play your.
Marmoush is very good. I think Marmoush is a very good player, and I think the way that I've seen him play is not just this. There's a couple other games that he's been left out of that City have won, and I just think they just look so much better. They look so much more fluid
I hear that. I hear that. But
when he plays. But I completely understand what you're saying. You play your
it's a
best
one-off
players.
game where it's like you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because then if you don't play him and you lose, they're like, why didn't you play your best player? Like he's your big
No, yeah,
money
which is true,
striker.
which is why Pep is paid the money that he does to make these
Mm.
decisions. But I just think that playing Haaland against Gabriel and Saliba with a City team that don't give him any service,
Doesn't make
it
sense.
doesn't make sense to me. And Marmoush is not slouch. He's quick as well. So if Pep wanted to do what he did at the Emirates and basically park the bus, which is what he did, he can still do that with Marmoush and Semenyo and Semenyo because they've got the legs to still cause Arsenal problems. But so, Mr. K, from your perspective, how do you see this game going? What do you see coming from this game? Obviously, I know you're an Arsenal fan, so there's only one answer. But in terms of a scoreline and how do you see the game panning out, how do you see it?
Well, yeah, obviously, I see an Arsenal win, but it's gonna be a nervy game, man. It's so hard to actually know what the script is gonna be, how it's gonna go out, how it's gonna go. 'Cause it all depends on what City turns up, I think. No, it's even hard to say. You could say it depends on what Arsenal turns up because if Arsenal turn up, then City won't have anything, no matter if a good City turns up. So it's a hard one to call, and honestly, I'm nervous for the final, man, because of what I said earlier on about how important just even though it's the Carabao Cup, just getting that first one over the line, and it just releases all the pressure and tension of everything else. Um, and it just silences people. Even though Arsenal are on a like a we don't care what you say at the moment. Um, we're just getting the job done, and that's all we care about. Call us what you want, but the nerves and the tension is still there to get that. We just want to get that first one over the line, and just how that'll snowball into the rest. And however many trophies we win, it'll snowball in. It will put us in the right footing to go forward. But honestly, I think we'll win. I want us to win, but I don't know how the game's gonna go. It's, but
I,
that's
I,
probably I don't know if that's just my nerves hope speaking here. I don't know.
Fair enough. ST, how do you see the game going?
I think Arsenal will win. I do think Arsenal will win personally. Yeah. I think Arsenal, it won't be comfortable. I do agree with KA. It's gonna be very difficult. I still think Arsenal, in terms of finals, they will be nervous. There'll be nerves. They won't be as gung ho. I know Arteta will probably set up to defend first, understandably, but I
And
do
this
think
is
it
like
will
his
be.
first final in ages as well, Arteta.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
first final since the FA Cup final.
The FA Cup
Yeah,
finals. So it's
so
So
we'll be nervous. We'll be nervous.
there is
and
going
I'm
to be
gonna
no,
say the same. And I'm gonna say the same score as what you beat Chelsea with 2-1.
which is fair. And look, at the end of the day, it is Mike L's first final since the FA
Bro,
Cup final.
if we win more than 3 cups, yeah, drop that
Uh,
name. Drop that name. The
if you
process is
lot win
done.
3 cups, yeah,
Listen,
I'm
If
gonna
we
book
win
another holiday.
three minimum,
TJ,
yeah,
you're coming with me. TJ, you're coming with me.
listen,
drop that name.
listen. If he wins, look, that name will he'll
No,
get
you know
his
what?
name.
If we
He'll
win
get
just
he'll,
one
no
and
no
it's the
no
Champions League,
he'll
drop it.
he'll get his name back when you win the league. He'll get his name back when you win the league. It's as simple as
That's
that.
it. Then he's getting his name back.
Yeah,
Then
he'll get his name back. But right
I
now
put it to
he's
you.
but right now he's still Mike L. So yeah, it is Mike L's first cup final since the FA Cup. And what you got to understand is the Arsenal. One thing about this STA, okay, Arsenal's poor record in this cup. It's a
Mm-hmm.
poor record. Arsenal haven't
From
won this
Wenger
cup since
days. So
Arsenal haven't won this cup since '93.
I was even going to
I
say
was 1
91.
years
Yeah,
old.
93. Yeah.
I was 1 years
They
old.
haven't won this cup since '93. They've lost 6 finals in this cup. I think I've got the years written down here. 68, 69, 88, 2007, the infamous 2011 Birmingham City over
Oh,
Femi Martins.
Oh my days.
that
Yeah,
was beautiful.
I
yeah.
still remember that day too. Now I
I
was
was watching it. I was cussing
so
my little brother
That
so
was,
much
vexed.
because I
bro.
knew
I
that
never
we
laughed
lose.
so much because obviously, STU weren't, but obviously KA, Truth and all that. We were all uni days, isn't it? So like, I was cracking up at these guys.
Football has never like I'm not a person who gets vexed.
Because
Football's football. Like I also
yeah,
love football, but it don't affect my mood like that too much. I'll be annoyed and I'll be vexed, but some people it can obviously the whole rest of the week they just don't talk
mm,
to me.
mm,
I'm not like, but I've never been so vexed
that
It was
after
so
a
that
funny.
game.
K,
And when
I threw my bike. I remember at uni, I walked out, I stormed out of the room that I was watching. I saw my bike, I just dashed it across the hall. I've never been so vexed in my life.
what made me
ST.
laugh,
The reason why that was even sweeter is because we won the league that year.
yeah, we did. And you know what it is? Yeah, I was laughing at everybody because even when Van Persie scored, I was saying to my brother, I said it as well. Obafemi Martins is gonna score.
the
He's gonna score.
the judge
He's gonna
was
score. He's gonna
strong that
score.
year.
I've
Yeah,
never
and
been
you know
so
what?
vexed
Birmingham
at a
City
game.
went down that year, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
got
Oh
relegated.
my
That is
days.
crazy.
Yeah, that was great. But listen, yeah, infamous two, and then 2018, which was the last time you guys played Man City in a cup final and lost that one. So there is where City have won this they won this 8 times. 70, 76, 14, 16, and then they went on that run 18, 19, 20, and 2021.
Bro,
Um, uh,
don't do this, man. You're
what?
talking about these are all the losses Arsenal have had, and then now you're talking about
But
this
I
is all the
was
six.
just about to
They're
say,
facts.
Bro, don't
but
do this, man.
but
Don't be like these media chumps,
but if you've
man.
only won it twice, would you want me to say? And I was just about to
Don't
say,
be like these media chumps.
City have lost a final, but only one League Cup final. That was 1974. Right, so
Yeah, man. I'm just
so
trying holding man accountable, innit? Like, don't be like these media
no
chumps,
no
like
no
just
no no
like
no no
trying
no
to rage bait and perpetuate
no. But
the
I'm just saying,
negativity around the club. Like,
it is facts that you guys don't. Obviously, I think there was an element of, well, it's the least important trophy, but you don't have a good record. But records are there to be broken. So we're going to see what happens. But ST's obviously given us a prediction of 2-1. I think it's going to be more comfortable than that. I think Arsenal win 3-1 in this. I really do. I just think City are so poor. And I think those two losses to Real Madrid would have done so much damage. And no Gay as well. I just
and
can't see City doing anything. I think is Mateus Nunez injured as well, or did he come back?
I don't know, but I do know that Pep has come out. I don't know if he's trying to play mind games. He's come out
Mm.
and said Trafford is playing
No, but he
in
does that
goal as well.
because Kepa should be
He
playing
does
for
that.
you lot.
That's
Trafford
what
is
I
the
said
cup
mind
keeper.
games. That's
Yeah,
what I said mind games because he's trying to say that okay, I'm playing my cup keeper, you play your cup keeper too.
yeah. So what I would anticipate Kepa playing in goal
I don't
because
know, but I want Ray needs to play, man. Play your best player, man. Wenger did this all the
nah,
time. He'll
them
play Richard Wright up until the final, then Seaman comes in.
these continental managers don't do that. They play the goalkeeper that they want to play. Don't get me wrong. I won't be surprised if Ray is in goal, but I'm expecting Kepa to be in goal just for that. But KA prediction.
Win, and I'm signing kind of more with you with like a 3-1 if we get the first goal. If City get the first goal,
Yeah, first goal is going
then
to be important.
it's a 2-1 win for
I
us.
think
But
the first goal is more important for City than it is Arsenal.
yeah,
I think Arsenal can come back if City go ahead. I think if Arsenal
yeah.
score first, I don't think City can come back.
That's
Uh,
why I said if we score first, 3-1. If they score first, 2-1. So let's score line.
fair,
So
fair, and then obviously that will be one trophy to the quadruple.
whatever.
If they
I just know
win
it will. I just hope it will release pressure and then spur us on to finish strong. And whatever may come, man.
Hey, TJ, if they ever win the quadruple, bro, listen, book your
ST, I
tickets.
can't lie to you. Like I said, it for me. I've been saying it. I think the biggest tell for me, ST, was that Champions League draw when they got on that side. I was just like
No,
because the
but
Champions
you still got to beat the teams in
because the
front of you.
champ
Everyone,
because the Champions League. I was like, so if they get put on that side, cause I said it instantly during the final. I was like, and I said it from the beginning. It's going to be them and Bayern. Um, and then we'll see. But I'm just looking at it. The league's done. It all depends on what City turns up for this Carabao Cup final. I think that City need to win this just to stop that more than anything else. Because if City win that, then that talk stops. Not that it matters so much to Arsenal fans, but it matters to everybody else. Because if Arsenal win that, with the league being over, FA Cup go through
We're
at
50% already
Southampton.
there, innit? We're 50% already there. If we
Yeah,
win
exactly,
on Sunday,
exactly. So you
50%
know what I
already
mean.
there.
But ST, I'm with you, bro. I'll leave because I can't do it. I can't do it. It's one. It's what. Look, what City did in terms of matching our treble and then winning 4 league titles. As much as it hurts, they ain't got no fans, so it's not so bad. Liverpool equaling us 20 titles. They have got fans, but it's like, you know what, it is what it is. Arsenal winning the quadruple would be the worst thing
We
to
finished.
every single football fan on the planet, not just in England, in the world. That's how bad it'd be. It'd be the worst thing that ever happened to football. Worse than us doing
Wild.
it. Worse than us doing it. Worse than Liverpool doing it. I think the only thing probably worse is Chelsea doing it. But yeah, the only thing. But in terms for fans, with their fans, it'll be the worst thing in the world.
No, do you know what? Why it will be the worst thing in the fans? Because Arsenal have adopted this don't give a fuck attitude now.
No, it's because your fans are the most annoying fans on the planet.
No, because we will be entitled to everything that will come from that, and you guys will be deserving. Sit down and take it. Hold that. That's not even a phrase I like to hear. Yeah.
Oh,
See what I'm
oh.
saying?
I'm not even
See what I'm
I'm not
saying?
even one of them guys. I'm not even one of them guys. But oh my
You're not
day,
one of them
I
guys.
said this. I said this a few poddies ago, few shows ago. If we ever, no one expects it because it's just unthinkable. It just takes one FA Cup loss. But if we ever, do you know what I love? Do you know what I just love now? Because everyone's trying to get onto us, it's brought the fan base together. Everyone's now on the same song sheet. Everyone's behind the club because we're like, no, we don't care what anyone says, man. These people are just trying to force narratives on us, like set piece FFC. We ain't even scored a set piece in how long? Like, so you guys even just hype me up right now, man. Let's go, man. Let's keep moving before I just throw this laptop across the room again.
This is why Man City need to do their job on Sunday. This is why
Man,
Man City needs to do their job on
You
Sunday.
gotta be
Chelsea,
high. You're
listen,
glad. Be glad my phone
listen.
ain't working, man. Glad my
Channel the
phone is not
spirit of
working.
Zidane. Turkey, channel
Listen,
the spirit of Zidane. Bernardo, old
listen.
Bernardo. Listen, I need Haaland. If you do come on, yeah, pretend they're Arsenal. Remember, tell them to be
But he hates
humble. We
Arsenal,
need
man.
this.
He hates Arsenal.
Yeah, bruv, I'm telling you, like for football, City need to do their job. But
Bro,
listen,
please.
people, we're gonna see what happens in the Carabao Cup final. Just because trust me, it's gonna be all eyes on that one. But listen, before that, on the same day, but before that, we've got a derby. The TyneWear Derby, the reversal of what happened
Oh,
in December.
yeah.
Sunderland obviously winning that one at home to Newcastle, but now it's at St James's Park. Unfortunately, Tooth isn't here. Obviously, Eid Mubarak to everybody out there. Tooth is out there celebrating, so shout out to him. But ST, this game is massive. I think what is it? I think Newcastle are ninth, Sunderland are 13th, but there's only 2 points between them. Newcastle have a terrible record in this fixture, home and away. Obviously coming off a battering against
Cool.
Barcelona. Was it 7-2 on the day?
7-2 on the day.
It was 7-2 on the
8-3 on aggregate.
Yeah.
fuck me, bro.
Nasty.
Honestly, like crazy. That is crazy, bro.
That's
Crazy.
rude.
But look, in terms of Newcastle's perspective, now obviously they're out of all the cups. So the focus is trying to finish as high as possible. I think the gap between them and Villa in fourth is 9 points. I think the gap between them and Liverpool are seventh. So it is still open for them, but they need to win this game. ST, if they were to lose this, because we say it to Tooth in the group chat all the time, when do we start talking about Eddie Howe? If they were to lose this game against Sunderland, do we finally have to start questioning Eddie Howe and how much longer he can go on at Newcastle Football Club?
I mean, personally, listen, like, I do think, and this is, don't get me wrong, listen, I like Eddie Howe as a manager. I think he's done very well what he has. But there comes a point in time where it needs to be freshened up because Newcastle for the past few years have been challenging for Europe or in Europe as well. If they're not getting into Europe, and I think that's the minimum for a club like Newcastle, they should then speak to Eddie Howe and say, listen, you've taken as far as you can, you've done a good job. He should be probably allowed to leave on his own terms.
Sorry to cut you off, because they didn't make Europe season before, did they?
No, they didn't, no.
Yeah, so yes, sorry, carry on.
No, so what I was saying is that an expectation for that club is it's not relegation, it's not staying up. You need to make Europe. And they have the quality, they have the players to do it. But Newcastle are just in such a bad run of form at the moment, or very inconsistent, that if they do not get into Europe, that's my personal opinion, you have to start talking about Eddie Howe and replacing him with someone that will take him to the next stage. Because let's get it twisted. Don't let's get it twisted. Newcastle is a very big club, a very, very big club. They have a lot of fans. They have very good infrastructure, and I think they have the correct owners now. If Eddie Howe doesn't get them into Europe, he needs to go. And I say this respectfully. And I know Tooth will disagree with me that what you're chatting about. He loves Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe deserves credit, but at the same time, you better get Europe, man. Because if you don't, man, it's done. I'll be honest. Like, for me personally, either that or just tell him to put it in a way where allow him to leave on his own terms, give him a good compensation package, build him a statue probably. I would say that because he's won them cups and stuff like that. He won their first cup in a while, and he's done really well for them. That's what I would do personally. But
no, I hear it, and the thing is that when you look at it, 2 points between them and Sunderland. If they were to lose this game, I can't think they could go down into the bottom half of the table. And the way how their season has just been so up and down, up and down. Obviously, you'll see result like them beating Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And then they've lost to the likes of Brentford and all the rest of it, even though Brentford are having a good season. But it's just there's just been too much inconsistency in Newcastle's season. And when you look back at how easy Sunderland beat them in the game in December, like I don't think there's been an easier derby for Sunderland. Like Newcastle did not turn up at all in that game. And they need to rectify it. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of tired legs, but Sunderland are unbeaten in 10 in the league in this fixture. I know, obviously, Sunderland got relegated, but the last time Newcastle won in this fixture was 2011 in the league. The last time Newcastle beat Sunderland at home in the league, 2010.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy to me how much of a good run Sunderland are on against Newcastle. And what better way for them to disrupt what Newcastle are trying to do than go away to St. James's Park and beat them. And we've got to remember as well, there's Tonali struggling.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else is injured as well. Oh, I can't remember who the other person.
The Cologne Carols are kind of not.
Oh, Walter
living up
Cologne.
living up to what they hold, and
Voldemort.
Whistler's not pulling up trees either.
This is not even getting on the pitch.
No, he's
they're
not.
playing Gordon up front.
Yeah,
Gordon
false 9.
And they're playing Voldemort in the midfield.
In the 10, remember
Which is the
what
wildest
Ten Hag
thing,
did
right?
with Weghorst when he was playing with Weghorst in the 10. That's basically what Eddie Howe's doing now.
Which is wild.
it's crazy to think that, but listen, it's a derby that Newcastle cannot lose this game.
No.
They cannot lose this game because the ramifications for Sunderland doing the double over you in another league season, then obviously puts more pressure in terms of making Europe, which then starts the bigger questions, as you said, ST. And just to rectify that poor performance at Sunderland in December, you've got to think that Newcastle are gonna pull out a result. And obviously, as I said, it's the last game for everybody before the international break. So it's not a case of, oh yeah, well, I've got a game on Tuesday or Wednesday. I need to chop and change and make some slight tweaks to the team. You can put your best team out and go all out in this game. And I think they have to. I don't think they actually have a choice. And I don't think the Newcastle fans will allow it. Allow the likes of those scenes with Adam Johnson and Vaughan and what's his name, DeCanio doing knee slides on the side. They can't have that again at St James's Park.
There'll be riots outside. You saw
Oh,
the police
it'll be
presence
a nightmare.
in the previous game. Like they had the police had to walk by the bus and all sorts. Like there'll be riots after the game if that happens. Like you said, the knee slides and all that stuff.
Nah, it's crazy, but
It'll be like the old firm on the pitch.
Oh yeah,
It'll be like
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah,
that was
that's a
mad.
great example. That was madness.
fans
That
will be
was
on the pitch.
madness. That is, but
Sleeping.
that's what football and derbies can do, man. But predictions, what are we saying? ST.
2-0 Newcastle. For the simple fact is Sunderland are awful away. I know it's a derby and anything can happen in a derby, but Sunderland are very bad away. I just think that even though Newcastle are in bad form, they'll be up for this, and I think that Newcastle will win personally.
Just to let you know, Sunderland won their last away game away at Leeds 1-0. But yeah, fair enough. Okay.
I know, but
I think 1-1.
okay, fair enough.
Fair. It all depends. I think Ballard is struggling. I think no Ballard. I think Liverpool. I think Newcastle win 2-0.
Sunderland's decline after getting a draw to Arsenal. Yeah.
Why
Why
what
did
you saying? You
team?
put in the fridge.
No, every team peaked. That's their cup final, and then
This guy,
that
honestly,
Ballard
this
guy was turned into prime Maldini, bro. In against Arsenal, Sunderland at home. Oh, it pisses me off when teams make us their cup final. But anyway, sorry, I digress.
this guy. But yeah, if Ballard's injured, I say 2-0 Newcastle. I think if he's not, I still think 2-1 Newcastle. I don't think Newcastle can afford to lose this game. But finally, before we go, we need to talk about the big relegation match between Spurs and Nottingham Forest. Obviously, Nottingham Forest coming off a good result in the Europa League, obviously getting through to the next round. Spurs won the game on the day, but
They
went
played well
out
in that game as well.
to Atletico Madrid, played well against Liverpool at Anfield. Spurs are at home. Forest played on Thursday. That game went to penalty, all the extra time and penalties, which obviously counts in Spurs' favour. ST. How damaging is a loss for either team?
I think the ramifications for Tottenham is worse than Nottingham Forest. Personally, I think Nottingham Forest, even though they'll lose the matches, I say this respectfully, they can lose. They can expect mentally from a physical point of view that them actually losing the match won't affect them too much. They can always bounce back, just because I think they've got the players to do it. If you understand what I mean, they've been in similar situations like this before, so it's not an issue. If Tottenham were to lose, listen, bro, I can't even lie. They may struggle to get out of this because those players are not used to relegation or fighting for relegation. They will struggle. They will feel the pressure. I want Tottenham to win personally because obviously we need to have expressions slightly happier and then back to losing again. We need him in the league. But if Tottenham lose, it will be more damaging for them personally, I think.
Fair, which is fair. Obviously, we know. Obviously, for you, it's I want Tottenham. I want Spurs to lose. And obviously, your whole thing is your best case scenario. The best day of your life would be Arsenal win the league on the same weekend that Spurs get relegated by Chelsea. I think that would be the best day for you both, you and Chelsea. Um, but do Arsenal fans really want to see Spurs get relegated? Do Arsenal fans really want to see Spurs in the Championship?
Yes, and yes, and yes.
Damn.
People will be like, "Oh, it's an easy 3 points." Don't worry, the championship team that's replacing them, they will be an easy 3 points. Send them spuds down. I don't care. Relegation time. Come on. I would not miss them. Bye bye. I'm just annoyed that even though they went out of the CL, I'm annoyed that they won because now everyone's gonna be like, oh, they got a bit of momentum, and I want them depleted and down and out. Get them out of the league, man. Stinking out the place, man. Right.
So you saying
The
the
home
London
of the
derbies against
championships,
what you saying London derby against QPR, yeah? Against Millwall.
bro,
You want to see Grimsby
bro,
again?
bro. I want them to experience it all, mate. Going to these well, League One teams ain't that bad in terms of their stadiums, but going to these desolate places, man, and just thinking, what's this, bro? Like you see all the memes about like when all the championship clubs will
Yeah,
go on Spurs and they're like, oh, look at this luxurious place, and then the vice versa. Oh gosh, I would send them down and I hope that they'll come back up straight away.
nah, that's crazy. I knew that was the reaction, but I thought I'd still ask the question. But from my perspective, I just think everything is in Spurs' favour to win this game. They're at home. Even though they went out, they won against Atletico, they drew against Liverpool. So I think that gives them a confidence boost.
That's
And
annoying, man.
Forest doing 120 minutes plus penalties away from home
Mm-hmm.
in Europe on a Thursday.
Spurs again, they've got a couple players back as well from injury.
Yeah, so I just think
Well, but
everything.
apparently, sorry, Vicario's out though. They're getting
Yeah,
Kingsley
yeah,
back
yeah,
in goal
Kings.
though.
So that's the only
So,
positive because
all right, let's hope he continues being kinky in goal, boy.
oh, mate. But I
That
just think
guy.
everything's in Spurs' favour to win this game. Um, they're picking up form at the right time in terms of getting out of this relegation fight. Um,
But it only takes one loss and then they're back to square one. They're
oh,
back
I know.
to
Listen.
being knocked off their
Me
pedestal, man.
personally, I wish that Burnley could have been closer to put both of these teams down because I want
Yes.
both of them to go down.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they're not. So it's either one or the other. I'm not fussed which one of those two. I just don't want it to be West Ham. But West Ham have got a tough assignment away at Aston Villa. I know Aston Villa played on Thursday. Their league form isn't great, but West Ham have found it difficult winning away from home. But I don't. If Spurs win, yeah, it's annoying because of the banter. But put Forest down. I want Forest out of the Premier League more so than
I'm
I
with
want
you.
Spurs out. Spurs would be great for the banter, but Forest I really want down because of their owner.
The owners are arsehole. I
Oh,
have
I'm
to say.
telling you, I want Nottingham Forest out because of their owner. But listen, we're going to see what happens. People, we're going to have to stop there. There was a lot that we wait. Actually, before we go, quickly, because I did say
Afcon.
at the beginning of the show, just wanted to get you lot's response to what happened with Afcon. If you didn't watch the video, go and watch the video. I did my solo thing, but obviously with Morocco now being awarded the winners of Afcon 2025. K, we'll do you first, then ST, your response to all of that nonsense.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. That's what I think. Yeah, it's just a complete farce. It's just wild that um a governing body can come and determine football matches. Then what's the point of us playing? I say us like I'm there. What's the point of them playing games if um they can come and just step in and just decide games? Like, yeah, can we give you the title? This is a win here, lost there, draw there. If this is allowed to stand, as you said, you open up Pandora's box. Like you're setting the wrong precedents. So let's hope um the arbitration, the governing body recognizes. I can't remember what rule it was. You had all the
Oh,
documentation there. What article
Five
it
point two,
was.
Article 5.2.
Article
But
five point
let's
two.
see. The referees ruling
Referee
is
is
final.
exactly,
Let's hope.
exactly.
Because how can you recognize one and try and say that, okay, yeah, blah blah, that's the game. So it should, according to rules, even though it wasn't applied, this is what should have happened. So you want to enforce it. Okay, well, enforce what did actually happen then, and back that. It's a complete farce. It's all been said. Um, I don't think I've seen anyone online, not that I've gone searching, but I don't think I've seen anyone online say this was the right. No, people have said it's what should have happened on the day. It's the right.
Yeah,
No, it's the
yeah.
right. But no one has come out and said this is a good ruling from CAF.
Oh, there has
The Moroccans have.
yeah,
Of course they're gonna.
Saeed had a debate with a guy, Adam. He was chatting so much rubbish, bruv. Like, I couldn't even finish watching it
And
because
was he Moroccan?
I think he
No, it's
might
white.
be Adam.
Oh, Adam. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Adam. Yeah. No,
yeah, yeah.
he's from Jordan.
Oh, is he from Jordan? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
French. French. No, he's French Jordan or something like that.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, but like I said, like he had a debate, and I was just like, bro, just turn it off,
But it's
honestly.
just being patriotic. That's what it
But
is.
yeah, but listen, it's expected from Moroccan Dans, but I think anyone outside of Morocco, as Kay, you said, no one's saying, yeah, this is the right ruling or whatever. Yes, people have said that this is what should have happened on the day, which is fine. Because as I said, ST and I both said after it happened, if they would have forfeited the game because they wanted it so bad, yeah, we would have been
No
vexed, but
complaints.
we would have accepted it. Um, but that's not what happened. ST,
It's Bush. It's just
Do
what?
you know what? Yeah, when it sorry,
Go
when
on, go on,
it
go on, go
came
on.
out, yeah, and obviously I'm not in the group at the moment because of technical issues, but I was just thinking, oh my days, this is just going to spur on people that just put
Exactly.
oh
That's
my,
the point I was
I
gonna
can
make.
imagine what the truth was saying in the group, or even
nah, he was
license
actually
to other
to be
people
nah
He was
nah.
to
To
actually
be fair, the
sensible.
truth was like this is ridiculous. The truth was like this is ridiculous, bro. Even he was like, nah, this is wrong. And you know what he's
uh
like about Afcon, but even he was like, ah, this is wrong, bro.
Yeah.
yeah, no, sorry, I see, go on, continue.
That's right. Like, what can I say? It's probably the most Bush thing I've ever seen in my life. Like the match. The rule is the match is final. Rule 52. We know that
Point
Senegal
two.
want when you agree after those 15 or however minutes that Senegal off the pitch and both teams agree to play the match at that time and then you win on the pitch, the result has to stand. It's final. This is going to get overturned by the Court of Arbitration because for Rule 84 to be enforced, you need Article 52 to be violated, which it wasn't. The referee's result is final. That's where it stops. And the fact that they've changed it to a 3-0
Well, they
is
have to.
disgusting.
It has to. When they do forfeits, it is.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I know forfeit's always 3-0. But the fact that they've changed it to that is actually mind blowing. I was literally outside and I saw it. I was like, "Are you serious?" But now what it's done now is stained the reputation even more of African football. everybody now looks at African football as a joke because, which is sad because there's so many talented players that play in Afcon that are playing in the biggest leagues in Europe now that have represented their clubs as well. It's also put a stain on the CAF, which is their fault. There needs, as you correctly said in your video, if you haven't watched this video, please look out for the video. There's a stain on African football. It needs to be rebranded. The CAF, those in charge of this really need to get sacked because due to the fact that, as you correctly said, Morocco have been hosting tournaments for a while. The African nations tournaments for the women, all these other tournaments, betting on the good sides of FIFA. And also, this is a stain on us, but this is also proved Senegal correct with all what was happening. How can you then make a rule for this? And then there's so many other things you can do. For example, Morocco versus Guinea, when they walked off the pitch and they got awarded the win. There are so many other
1970 something, isn't it?
1976.
Yeah, because the Guinea fans are like, yeah, you need to change this one as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you might as well change it. Like, honestly, it's the saddest thing that I've seen, and it's just left. It's going to take a long time for African football to recover from this.
It's such a shame.
I still think we are going to. It will get overturned. If I'm being honest, Senegal will go back. Like, it will take a long time for it to happen, but it's on the basis of the rule that the referee's match is final. You can then look into the conduct of the referee. Fair enough. Listen, I don't agree with it, but at the same time, you could argue that the referee should have said that the game had been abandoned there and then, but it wasn't. Both teams agreed to play. The issue is, as TJ correctly said, they weren't expecting to miss the penalty. It's complete arrogance. The fact that they missed the penalty, Senegal scored, and now they can't take the win. Like, Moroccans, you shouldn't be happy with this win. This is the scummiest win that I've ever seen. Like, and the fact that you guys are celebrating this as well, like, even shows that this whole scenario is all bush. It's just bush.
I don't even think they're even really deep down in their hearts. Are they really happy with the win? It's more just to put the finger up.
If you see social media, they are shameless.
They're scumbags.
They are shameless with it, and it's crazy to me because, don't get me wrong, you get the odd minority that are like, right, what are we celebrating? But a lot of them are shameless with it. And as I said, from their perspective, they will see this as justice served. Because from their perspective, they feel aggrieved that Senegal left the pitch and the game wasn't forfeited there and then. They will see it as, well, there was nothing untoward going on. You just have to accept it and whatnot. But I leave them to that. They're entitled to do as they please. I'm not going to begrudge them it, even though I do think it's distasteful. I'm not going to begrudge them celebrating. I hope that the arbitration of sport does overturn this. I am a bit skeptical. I know a lot of people are saying it will get overturned, but I'm a bit skeptical. And the reason being is that in all the previous incidents, FIFA had no investment. FIFA have investment in this, and that's why it concerns me. That's why I'm concerned that it won't get overturned, because FIFA are invested. The previous incidents that happened, FIFA haven't been invested in it. They've been invested in this, and that is my slight worry. I hope that justice prevails, but I side on the air of caution purely because FIFA are invested in this, because obviously they want Morocco to host the next World Cup, because they wanted to bring it to Africa. Obviously, South Africa got it, but yeah, we will. Anyway, we know what that is, so I'm not going to get into that. But listen, people, look, I need to get the Mandem's reaction to that. As I said, I've said everything that I needed to say on it. Obviously, this won't be the last time that we speak about it. But we just have to wait and see. But listen, we're going to wrap it up there. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about United dropping points. Has that opened the door to the likes of Chelsea, Liverpool and Brentford? Do you think it was a penalty in Ahmad? Do you think it was a penalty on if even Nielsen, how do you see it? Do you see it as 2 points dropped, or do you see it as a point game because United went down to 10 men? Let us know what you think about the Carabao Cup final. Who have you got? Have you got Man City? Have you got Arsenal? Do you think this is Arsenal's first step towards the quadruple? Do you think that Manchester City can stop them, seeing as they've only got now the domestic cups left? Will Pep finish with no trophies again for a second season? And then that brings up a bigger debate about Pep Guardiola. Will this be the first of many for Mike L? Will he get his name back? Let us know what you think about the TyneWear Derby. Do you have Newcastle? Do you have Sunderland? Can Newcastle afford to lose this? If they do lose this, are we then speaking about Eddie Howe? Does the answer have to go? Is his time up at Newcastle if he loses this game? Let us know what you think about Spurs and Forest. Who do you want to go down? Is it Spurs? Is it Forest? Is it both? Do you still think that Burnley can make it be both? I don't think it can, but we certainly hope so. But and let us know what you think about the Afcon outcome with Morocco being awarded Afcon champions 2025. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up at the same time. Share, share, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. I want to say thank you very much to my guys, ST and Mr. KA. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
No, I appreciate you.
No, we
Appreciate
got, we
both
got
of you.
this, man. We got this.
People, I think that's it for ST now for a while.
Yeah, I'm off to the motherland.
ST will be on sabbatical for the foreseeable. Obviously, that won't be it for us. Obviously, Mr. K is still here. Truth will still be here. Truth will still be here. So we'll still be getting content out to you. But coming up, obviously, Footie Chat into the international break. ST, I actually got a message about just an hour into the United game saying why we haven't covered the World Indoor Championships.
Ooh, from who?
Some random. Some random. We appreciate you though. We do
We've got to
appreciate you.
watch it. Oh, shout out to people.
We appreciate you though.
We'll do a review.
The reason is because it came
No,
quick on
I
us.
haven't been watching.
No, I haven't been paying attention to it. Obviously, we do outdoor. Football's our main focus in the cold months. But listen, if you want it,
Mate, I've been watching with the Olympics as well, man. We could talk about that as well if you want.
we're not doing it. Whoa, we're not going that far. We're not done. This was about the
Nah,
World
come on,
Indoor
man.
Championships, man. This was Winter Olympics. No one said that.
I've
um,
been, I've been catching the highlights of that, man. Let's go.
but listen, yeah, because the 60-meter final just took place last night. It's last night. What time is it? Yeah, it's
Technically
midnight.
last night.
Yeah, last night. Yeah. A new name on the scene, but listen, we'll put that out for you. And obviously, we got some. There's going to be some boxing talk coming up as well. We've got some boxing talk coming up.
Tyson Fury's back soon.
Yeah, and listen, yeah. So we've got a lot to put out for you people. But listen, stay safe out there, be safe, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.